You're about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm just really nervous. I'm meeting Ryan's dad.
The guy hasn't seen a woman in 8 years. I think he'll like you.
Well, it's not about that. I mean, of course he's gonna like me. It's just my first real Ryan situation. Everything else has been all French husbands and slutty aliens.
Excuse me?
It's like the first major test of our relationship, and I really want him to see that I can be there for the serious stuff, too.
Every time. It's the fucking worst. We should just have a podcast gong.
Gong.
That's the gong. Let
We're
you
back.
know the games are here. We're beginning. Welcome back to Let's Talk OC, an OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
I'm Liz.
And this week we're discussing Season 4, Episode 9, The My Two Dads.
The title just gets me every time.
Original air date, January 4th, 2007. We are now officially in 2007.
Oh.
This show ended in February. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It ends in February and we're already now in January. Only 4-ish plus weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know. We're also in the final year, as I do in quotes, of the OC because it ended in 2007,
Right.
as we just said. So the end is, it's a coming.
It is.
We have time, but,
We have time.
you know, just saying. This episode was written by Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage, directed by Michael Schultz. Neither Seth or Summer actually want to get married, but it is now a game to see which one will call it off first. Ryan's biological father wants to reconcile with Ryan, but Sandy remains cautious.
Yeah. The My Two Dads.
The My Two Dads.
Sandy versus Frank.
That's right. This week's Scoop of the Week brought to you by Del_Vasto on Instagram. Our buddy Mike, he says, the Scoop of the Week is Butterscotch Ripple.
Oh.
I picked this flavor because of the wavy lines or ripple of the butterscotch in the vanilla ice cream symbolizes Frank coming back into Ryan's life. It seemed like Ryan's life was starting to become smooth again, the vanilla ice cream. He dealt with the loss of Marissa and was starting to get his life back on track, starting a new relationship, going to Berkeley in the fall, and then an event happened yet again for him that caused a disruption in his life, just like the waves and ripple of the surface of water. Another ripple effect that is occurring is between Seth and Summer. This rushed, mistaken proposal now leaves both of them trying to smoke the other one out so they don't look like the bad person. I also picked this because it's my dad's favorite flavor. This episode mostly revolved around Ryan's dad, so I wanted to pick a dad flavor.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's really sweet. I don't know if I've ever had butterscotch
No,
ripple.
I don't think I have either. It wouldn't be something I would pick out of like a
it too
lineup.
sweet?
Yeah, probably for me.
But I dig it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mike.
as always.
What do you think of this episode? Did you cry? Because I cried a lot.
I cried, yes. The family moment at the end, that got me. Even just when I watched the intro, and I love the theme is just, we always talk about this, it's just so perfect.
Yeah.
And I watch it and it brings me back to like high school. And I'm like, oh, I just love
gets you
love
pumped,
the intro.
right?
It gets me so pumped. I just love it so much. So just that alone puts me in a good mood. And just then seeing the characters and their development. I have to be honest, the Seth Elmer shit, OMG.
And you're going to have words?
Yeah. But I'll be nice. I'll be my best behavior.
So I watched this episode Friday morning before work because now I've reworked the way I manage my life, right?
Yeah, we have to do that.
We have to do that. But this episode put me in such a good mood.
Yeah.
And I realized anytime there is Sandy Ryan moments, I'm going to cry. I'm just,
Oh my God, when he says, "You're my dad," or so sweet. I can't wait to talk about those moments.
Okay, so the episode opens. It's morning in the Roberts Coupa Casa, and Summer is looking at her ring. The
eyeball.
The eyeball ring.
Something.
Taylor is making her New Year's resolutions. She wants to stop smooching off other families, get a job, and take calcium.
It's great.
Calcium's very important.
Yes.
And getting a job is important.
Yeah, all the things she should do.
All good things. Summer adds that she should add planning her wedding to the list.
Yep. Drop the bomb. Nice and early in the morning.
I'm already rolling my eyes.
Yep, I know.
I know. I'm trying. I won't. We'll table it. Summer says that she can't break off the wedding because Seth was so sincere when he proposed to her.
Yeah.
Taylor, she still advises that she should tell Steph how she feels, but Summer isn't into that idea. And simultaneously, we go to the Cohen's house, and Seth is in his room. Ryan comes to see what he's up to, and Seth is sick of being engaged. Seth is in his robe. Summer is in her robe. Summer's talking to Taylor. Seth is talking to Ryan. And so Ryan suggests to tell Summer
The truth.
tell her how you feel. And he's like, I can't take it back. She will now own me for life if I own up to
And
that.
she was elated to say yes.
Right.
So neither of them want to hurt each other, which I understand. But,
Yeah.
like, know your audience.
I like how Ryan handled it because at this point they're in the kitchen talking and Ryan's like, you know who I'd love to hear about this? Sandy and Kirsten.
He's like, oh, and a pregnancy scare? They would love to know about
Love
that.
So they all head to the pier, all four of them. Suthermer goes off to talk and Ryan and Taylor are watching from a distance. And you can actually tell that maybe you're trying to see if there's progress being made in their discussion.
Yeah, hard to tell, though. And you know what it reminded me of? This is so... I don't know why we have to consistently bring friends up, but the episode where Phoebe and Chandler want to break up with their significant others and Phoebe's like hugging and then Chandler's like, what did you say? She's like, I don't know, I broke up with him. And it was just the way that they said it. There was no talking. You couldn't hear what they were saying. It was just really funny.
Yeah. At this point, Taylor and Ryan discuss how Seth doesn't actually want to get married and Summer doesn't want to actually get married.
Right. The two besties. You guys can say something here.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, well, we know how this is going to go because it's Seth and Summer.
Yeah.
So they come on back and they're looking at each other and Seth asks Ryan, hey, what do you feel about being my
Best man.
best man? And Summer's like, Taylor, maid of honor, and it's a damn mess. And they all know that this is going to be bad
Yep.
and that Summer is no chicken and pretty much they have to smoke each other out. This is now the plan.
See, I would have been more okay with them both not maybe wanting to hurt each other's feelings. But now it's like, let's smoke the other person out. Like
It's a
now it's a
game.
continual game and we just keep further going into it more. And I'm like, okay,
But
enough with this.
To me, also, they're meant for each other.
Yeah, totally.
They're exactly the same in the thinking of she's just as fired up, petty, immature as he is.
Yeah, they one of them has to win. Well, they both have to win.
Right. Meanwhile, Sandy meets with Frank at the pier and Julie and Kirsten meet at work. So we have another one of those simultaneous scenes.
They do that a lot
happening.
this season.
Yeah. Frank tells Sandy why he's using a fake name and that he's changed and the system does work. He wants Sandy's blessing to go through with seeing Ryan and that he got out of jail 6 months ago. Julie, she fills Kirsten in on at work, which I was like, good for you, Julie.
Yeah.
And that she tells her that Frank has actually changed.
Yeah, because it would suck if Sandy and Julie and Frank knew everything and then Kirsten's like, wait, what's happening?
I know, right?
I could have seen it going that way, but I'm glad that Julie did tell her. But also, like, who's to say Frank said don't tell her?
That's
Because
true.
Sandy pretty much figured it out very quickly, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he mentioned, like, don't say anything.
Right.
Probably. Maybe.
So Sandy visits Ryan at work to tell him about Frank, and Ryan is taken aback because
Yeah.
he knew that one day his dad would be out, but it really just feels weird. And Ryan decides that at this point in his life, he's not ready to see Frank. And Sandy respects that.
Yeah.
And so this is the first time I cried, in case you were wondering, audience and Liz. I was like, okay, because Sandy's trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not going to push you. You're my family, whatever you feel comfortable with. So Sandy calls Frank and tells him that he spoke to Ryan. He's not interested in meeting with him. And Frank is just asking, why not? Why not even a half hour for a cup of coffee? And Sandy's like, no, this is how Ryan feels. Drop it.
Right. I mean, a little insensitive, but also like this guy hasn't been around. He's abused his parent and, his brother. And so Frank's like, wait, I don't understand. And Sandy's like, just let it go. He doesn't want to see you.
But at this point, he hangs up the phone and he's having breakfast with Julie
Yeah, they got chummy real quick.
in his hotel room.
Real quick.
I definitely feel their vibe
Yeah.
strongly.
Yeah. I get it. I understand it.
I mean, more so than I'm trying to think of
Any
the
other
dudes.
relationships that she's had on the show?
Yeah.
I get it. They kind of understand each other, similar backstories, you know, where they're possibly changed people.
There you go. That's, yeah.
So he probably led off with that, like, yeah, I did shit, but I'm changed now. And so she's like, oh, same. Let's be friends. And it clearly blossomed very, very quickly, like extremely quick.
And we were talking last week about how Frank and the Bullet met, and they met in prison.
Right. Yeah. So we didn't know that last week, but now it makes more sense.
Right.
And they're like buddies, and he'll do whatever he can for him.
Yeah. They have that connection.
Which is funny since Julie's dating the Bullet.
Right.
So now something going on the
know.
side.
Yeah. So Sandy stops by New Match to see Kirsten, and she's there with Julie and Frank, and everyone is so teary-eyed because it turns out that Frank is dying.
Yeah, Julie really was she was upset.
Super emotional. So this changes how Kirsten feels, and she tries to convince Sandy over lunch that Ryan should now know about this.
Right.
And she wants to tell him. And they both want what's best for Ryan, but Sandy is so protective. And so he decides he's going to call the prison to check on Frank's medical records because he doesn't believe him.
It's a very Sandy thing to do.
I mean,
I get it. He doesn't trust him. And this is my son, and you're trying to come back into his life. And now all of a sudden, oh, now you're sick? Come on. It would be so predictable of him to do that.
I know. I really liked the conversation of Kirsten and Sandy.
The yin and yang?
Yeah.
Me too.
And how they're going back and forth, and Kirsten's standing her ground, and Sandy's standing his ground.
Yeah. Kirsten comes there and says, like, look, I don't want to fight. And Sandy's like, I know you. I'm not mad at you. It's like, we're just different, and this is how we parent, and this is how we've done it for the last 17, 18 years, and so we're good.
And the thing is, like you said, like, why would someone lie about dying?
And why would someone lie about that? Obviously, Sandy doesn't trust him.
And Sandy has worked in the system for so long that he kind of can read people and know that something's not right. He has a bad gut feeling about this guy.
Right.
So
do you think
going with
Kirsten has like a softer spot for him because of like maybe the whole like addict issue? Maybe she's like, oh, I'm going to try and understand it from that perspective because as we know, she does have that perspective.
Yeah. One of our listeners brought that up in the notes section.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not so much with that, but does she feel guilty because of Caleb?
Oh, maybe that
Her
too.
father died. She didn't really have
and
final
we know
words.
why. And Julie, like, hey, not talking to your child. I lost my child. So, like, they understand it more where Sandy is just super defensive and protective.
Right. So Kirsten decides she's going to tell Ryan anyway.
Yeah.
But before Ryan meets with her, he has a talk with Taylor. And while Taylor supports his decision to not meet with his dad, she doesn't agree. She explains how her dad lives in San Diego with a new family, and she hasn't spent more than 20 minutes with him since she was a kid.
Very sad.
And she says this great quote, which resonated with me, even though I don't have kids and I'm not a parent. But she says it's really easy to ignore your kids. The hard part is trying to have a relationship.
Yeah, I did. I teared up a little bit in this part. I felt badly for Taylor.
Yeah.
She's got such shitty parents, and she still turned out to be a good human, you know? And so she's trying to give him that perspective. And I like that she was kind of really reserved.
Yeah.
This whole episode. We didn't really, I mean, I had maybe one Taylorism. There was nothing that was specifically like so ridiculously funny that she said. So I appreciate that. She's like, well, now we're in a serious topic. She can be serious too, which I appreciate.
She can stand up to the plate.
Yeah.
Right. So this whole conversation with Taylor really resonated with Ryan, and he decides after he speaks with Kirsten that he is up to meeting Frank.
Yeah.
So he heads to the pier at night. Kirsten and Frank are walking down. It's dark, and she's talking to him, and she's like, there's someone who would like to meet you. And Ryan has tears in his eyes, and Frank is shocked.
Yeah. He's like, oh, shit, he's here.
And I'm sure it's Ryan to see his dad is like, oh, shit, he's here.
Yeah. He's been in prison for 6 years? 9 years?
He's been out for
like
6
that?
months.
Okay, maybe that's why I'm getting that number confused.
But it's been a while. Because
Right. I mean, it's definitely been 3 years because as long as we've known Ryan, his dad's been in jail.
Yeah, and he's been absent from the family life.
For a while.
Dawn has had multiple boyfriends.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It is really sad.
So the next day, Ryan tells Seth that the conversation went fine, which Seth responds with just fine. How could it just go fine? But like the Atwoods are, meant a few words.
Yeah.
So
It's very similar in that sense.
yeah, he tells him that his dad's actually coming to dinner, but Seth can't make it because he's building a hoopah with
Oh
Summer.
my God.
By the way, at this point, Seth is on pancakes duty because this is part of the back and forth. Summer dropped off her bun son so Seth could take care of him. And Seth has grown fond of him, and he is carrying around pancakes in this little satchel, which was funny and cute. Calling him Ryan's nephew.
Yeah, it was sweet.
I did appreciate this. Okay, so here we're going to talk about Seth more.
Okay, I'm ready.
We got to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't foresee me saying anything that you guys don't already know. So.
All right. So Seth and Summer, they keep going back and forth with these challenges, trying to make the other one break. Seth tells Summer she has to learn how to cook. He expects a home-cooked meal every night. Also that she's converting to Judaism.
Yes, and here's the Torah.
Right.
Throw it at you.
She gives Seth a pamphlet of the 4 C's for a diamond ring.
Yep.
And they both name drop poets that they're using in their vows. But then we have a really funny scene, which was probably the scene I laughed the hardest at was with Summer and Julie.
Yes, I really liked this scene.
So Summer is in the kitchen. She's cooking brisket. It's not going well.
She's burning it.
She's burning it. She likes meat chewy, though. And Julie, absentmindedly, is just helping Summer learn Hebrew.
Yeah. She doesn't even think twice about it.
She has no idea what she's doing, but she's happy to help. She fills Julie in, tells her what happened, how there was a pregnancy scare, why they're now engaged. And Julie's like, you need to manipulate the opposite sex? Hello?
Yeah, I'm your person. Why didn't you come to me sooner?
I can tell you what to do. And then they're both, trying to pronounce chutzpah.
Yeah. Chutzpah.
It's really funny.
I like that they have that relationship
Me too.
because she's sort of a parental figure for Summer. And so the fact that Summer can actually admit what happened with the pregnancy scare and now they're engaged, she needs to get it out. I mean, I know she's been telling Taylor, but
Right.
this is an adult sort of perspective on it.
And Julie's so funny because she's like, oh, I get it. You don't want to blow it off.
Yeah.
Because then
She's like, then you're the one who completely ended the relationship and then they'll resent you. And she knew exactly what was going on.
Right. So she gave Summer this idea. So Summer meets with Seth and tells him that she doesn't want a big formal wedding and that they should go to Vegas and get married tonight as soon as possible. And Seth is like, well, let me check the flights. And she's like, nope, gas up the car. Let's go. Pack your bags. So they're driving. It's dark. It's awkward.
Yeah.
And then Seth pulls over and you can see Summer have like a glimmer of hope. And he's like, you know what? I just can't do this without the permission of your father.
Yeah. And we're still doing this, though.
This is how far we are going. And he says, like, I have watched golf with that man. I love Neil. I have to do this. And she's like, well, he's not going to be home. You're going to have to go to Seattle. And he's like, well, then I have to fly to Seattle to ask permission.
My God.
Meanwhile, at the Cohens, we have Taylor and Kirsten. They're going over the menu for dinner. This was very
Another
cute.
sweet moment.
And Taylor is so anxious because she wants to show Ryan that she can be there for him. And Kirsten reassures her that she will be fine. They hug.
You're the best mother-in-law ever.
Thanks, Keeks.
I love it. She cracked me up.
Sandy comes home, and he had no idea that Frank was coming to dinner.
Yep.
And he's pissed. So Kirsten explains to him that Ryan actually asked him, and Sandy's like, I don't trust him. And Kirsten was like, listen, your relationship with Ryan is your relationship. Nothing will change that.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
He knows that. He's just protective.
He's got those.
He's like, I know this guy is not, not what Ryan deserves. And if he should come back into his life, it shouldn't be like this.
Yeah. So Frank is so nervous about dinner. He asked Julie to meet him at the bar.
Yeah, this was also cute, I guess.
I agree. It was sweet in its weird way.
Yeah, because at this point, you still don't know if Frank is sick or not. You don't know if you should trust him. Obviously, Julie does. Very much so. And the fact that he goes and gets advice from her, I'm like, oh, it's kind of sweet in a weird way.
And he has no one right now.
And he doesn't have anyone. And hey, you just got out of prison. This fucking smoke show over there. I'd be like, yeah, I'm latching onto her. That's for sure.
But he's asking her, should I go with my jacket? Should I not? I just want this to go really well. And he decides that he's just going to bring the jacket in case. And Julie reassures him it's going to go great. Call me. Let me know how it goes. So everything seems to be going well at dinner. They're outside. They're telling stories about family vacations. Frank has a picture of Ryan in his wallet.
Yeah. Did you sense like the competitive energy there?
I didn't.
Because Sandy says, oh, well,
Berkeley.
Berkeley is a part of Kirsten and I. And so then Frank was like, oh, it's so nice you guys have those family memories. And then he's like, this is my family memory, which is not a lot because he wasn't really around. But it was, I don't know. At first, I was like, oh, maybe Frank feels a little defensive there.
Well, that makes sense because when they mention Berkeley, Berkeley's in Northern California.
Yeah.
And he talks about the road trip to San Francisco, which is in Northern California. So it just to tie that in there.
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, we went to San Fran and all this. And
yeah. After they finish dinner, Taylor's really excited about her key lime pie because that's what she decided on to make. And so
but if you want something else, we can totally do something else.
Of course. Ryan and Sandy, they head in to clean up all the dishes, and Ryan can't believe how well it's going and that, wow, perhaps people can really change. It just takes a terminal illness.
Yeah.
At this point, Sandy gets a phone call about the medical record.
And you have to know. It's not going to be good.
Right. But here comes the good drama.
Yeah.
I was living for this at 6:30 in the morning on Friday. I was like, yes, 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 yes. So Sandy joins the family back outside, and he asks Frank, can I speak to you in the other room?
Frank's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And so,
how did he not know Sandy would know about this?
And so he follows Sandy into the house, and Sandy is just like, why are you doing this? You're lying. You're healthy as a horse. And Frank goes, of course you would check up on me. Mm-hmm. It's like, know who you're dealing with.
Right. Yeah, of course I would. I'm protective over my son. And you're coming in here acting like you're sick, and you're not. And that's like it's a terminal illness that you're going to die in like however many weeks or months. Right. And then you don't.
Right. Like how?
What's he going to think?
What was the next step?
Yeah, what were you going to do after that?
So Frank gets really defensive, and he's like, you don't understand. Ryan didn't want to see me, so I had to do this. And Sandy wants no part of this bullshit. He's like, get out of my house. Mm-hmm. Also, you need to tell Ryan.
Yeah.
Or I'm telling Ryan. So Ryan and Kirsten and Taylor, they come in, and Sandy's like, Frank has something to tell you. And Frank is quiet, and he's hesitating, and then he gets heated, and then punches her fucking throat.
Yeah, like Sandy puts his like hand on his shoulder or something. He's like, don't, like he like brushes him off, and then something in Sandy just snapped.
Yeah, so Sandy punches him in the face, and then Frank gets shoved, and Ryan has to break it up.
Yeah, he has to go in the middle. His two dads. Poor kid.
So Ryan brings Frank outside to his cab, and he admits, Frank admits that, yes, this was a lie. But you know what? Out of all the bad things I've done, this isn't even in the top 10.
Well, I guess it's not saying a lot.
That's an awful thing to say.
Yeah.
And Ryan takes it like a champ. He's listening. He's like, but you know what? This is just too soon for me.
Yeah.
And he hugs him, and he says, I'll call you. Huge.
Yeah, it's a big step. They haven't had any contact in years.
Because I feel like I would have been like, I can't believe you even did this. I'm supposed to gain your trust.
Yeah, and now I can't even look at you or talk to you. But Ryan is open to the idea of just, I guess, slowly building a relationship.
Yeah. So Ryan heads inside. Taylor is there for him, and they're both impressed with the first family dinner together. Lots of smiles.
Lots of smiles.
And she tells him, go spend time with your family.
Which, again, very a mature statement to say, like, I'm good for the night. You go enjoy your family time. Just
so sweet.
It's a good balance there.
So Ryan heads to the kitchen. Sandy's icing his fist. Sandy says he'll be okay. He's from the Bronx. He's used to this. And he apologizes that it didn't work out with your dad. And Ryan goes, my dad is right here. And this is where I lost it.
Yeah, I had
and,
a little
cried my eyes out. And it's just so sweet. And then Ryan makes jokes about how he can teach him how to throw some good punches.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Oh, God. The fact that I even got through. I'm so dramatic. I was telling Aunt in the car about this scene, and I started tearing up. And then I told Bobby and Sam. And I was like, oh, my God. And Bobby's like, wow, that is a good scene. I was like, it really is. All right, so before we wrap up the episode, let's talk about Caitlin and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
So Caitlin, she's not taking school seriously, and in one class, the students have to give a verbal on what the book that they're reading means to them and their perspective on it. So we see Will, that's Chris Brown's character. He gets up, he gives his perspective, he does a great job.
Everyone loves it, yeah.
Caitlin goes up and she makes a joke and she's just repeating rough, because it's in the perspective of a dog.
Yeah.
And the Lukes are there. They're
everyone
laughing.
thinks it's funny, but the teacher's like, come on, Caitlin.
Right. So the teacher suggests that you should team up with Will and he can help you with this project. So Caitlin tries to manipulate him into doing the work for her because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
The Lukes do the work for her. So why not Will? So he takes the notebook and so he can do the assignment for her. And when she goes to give the report, he just wrote woof, 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 woof. He played her.
Yeah.
Good move, Will.
Yeah, don't do that to me. I'm not stupid.
Yeah. So this leads her to wing her speech.
Which she ended up knowing what the book was about. It's not like she's dumb. We know she's not dumb. She just doesn't care.
She doesn't apply herself.
Doesn't care to apply herself at all.
Yeah. And she does a really good job, and she describes the book as how it's a metaphor for being a teenager, and the more crap you go through, the more you want to be alone.
Yeah.
Powerful.
It
Caitlin
is.
always has these little moments.
She understands all of the, like, back words.
Yeah.
You know.
She's a deep
meaningful things. Yeah. And then one of the Luke's is like, she's deep.
I know. I know. So Will is impressed with Caitlin. And as they're exiting the classroom, they kind of have this awkward conversation about going out sometime.
Yeah. And Caitlin's like, wait, I would never go out with you.
But also, I'm interested
But also,
in you.
like, it's kind of flattering.
Because no one has ever played her like that before.
No. It's good that someone should do that.
So our last scenes. Okay, so we have Frank and Julie talking about how dinner went. And Julie's like, well, if you lie about cancer, you get punched. That's just how it goes. Which is very funny for her to say that.
But he said, like, I would literally have said anything to get Ryan to meet me. He was like, I was just at my wit's end. I didn't know what to do. He just flat out said he doesn't want to see me.
Yeah, but that's fucked up.
No, of course it is.
I mean,
and then Julie's like, yeah, I get it.
Because Julie would do shit
Julie
like
would
that
do
too.
something like that. Yeah, she would.
So she's walking him to his cab, and he then gives Julie the books.
Yeah,
for
gives
her
them back.
whole prostitution ring that she's doing. And she's like, nope, I made a resolution. I'm not doing this anymore. And he's like, you can make a lot of money.
He's like, yeah, think about it.
You could do it, and you're set, because I got this set up for you. And so she thinks about it.
Yeah.
And then he thanks her for everything she's done, and then they kiss.
Yeah.
Passionately.
Very passionately. I wish we knew how much time they were actually spending. It seems to be all of his free time is with Julie.
Yeah, I would say so.
And how many, has it been a week?
Maybe.
Maybe, if that. If that. Because I feel like Julie wouldn't be sitting on this, information for that long.
Let's say she found out New Year's Eve, right? In the hotel room. New Year's Day, I'm sure New Match is closed.
Right. So maybe it's a couple
Maybe
days.
the second or the third at this point. Because she wouldn't hold out on this.
Right.
And then Frank says that he's not sure where he's going, but Bullet can set him up with something.
Right.
And also to keep in touch.
KIT.
Seth gets back from his drive from Vegas. And he finds Sandy, Ryan, and Kirsten all on the couch. They're watching meerkats. And he says that he's heading to Seattle, which Ryan rolls his eyes and shakes his head at this point. And then they fill Seth in, and he can't believe Sandy punched a dying man. I can't believe I missed one dinner. But it's really sweet. The four of them sit on the couch.
They're all like cuddling.
I know.
Kirsten has her arm around Seth. Sandy has his arm around Ryan.
So sweet.
They all fit on the couch.
I know.
I'd be like, oh, you guys are so close to me.
I know. But like this
so
moment.
Sweet. Really sweet.
So sweet. And that's how we end the episode.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with all your questions and comments.
Yay.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled podcast programming.
And we're not sorry.
I'm Harmony.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're Rebel Girls Book Club.
We're here to take an intersectional feminist approach to books from all over the spectrum.
Bestsellers? We've got you covered.
That one book from English class you hated while you read, but you can't forget?
We've got that too. Comic books, nonfiction, it's all right here.
So grab your tea, grab your blanket, and cue up your favorite podcast app of choice. Let's get rebellious about your new favorite reads.
Welcome back from break.
No gong this time.
No gong.
Gong.
Yeah, because of the setup.
The setup is like, yeah. So if we reach to our mixer, just, you
hear
whatever.
the reverb. Anyway, we're back. We're going to go into our trivia tea. From our girl Tish, Letitia_Dominique on Instagram. She says this episode title is an allusion to the late 1980s NBC sitcom My Two Dads,
Oh.
starring Paul Reiser and Greg Evigan. Did you ever watch it?
It sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah, Jess actually was wondering if we watched it or if anybody out there used to watch. She remembers loving it.
It's very familiar. Like, I probably have seen some episodes, but not consistently.
Yeah. When Seth says we sort of had a dog once, it's reference to the pilot episode where there was a pet dog living in the Coens' house, which was never seen or mentioned again.
I don't even remember that.
Now, the Coopers had a dog, the Golden Retriever,
Yeah.
that Kirsten and Jimmy talk
Yes.
when they're outside and Jimmy's walking the Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
But I do not remember.
I don't remember this at all.
No. With 3 votes, Will is TV.com's MVP. Which is not saying much for our main player.
No, it's pathetic. Will.
Tish's comment for this episode. She says, I really liked how the beginning of the episode was meta in the way in which Taylor and Ryan talk about Seth and Summer. It's weird to think that Caitlin would be in the youngest freshman in alt world in college when she's failing English.
Yeah, that's true.
She didn't remember that Frank dropped the roost so quickly and forgot Ryan and Frank meet so early.
Yeah, I feel like they could have went a long time with this.
But again, we have
Not that much time left, yeah.
yeah. But I know, I felt the same way too, Tish. And then she says, Mitch, you were right. He does fake sick. And it's weird seeing Chris Brown, but his and Caitlin's storyline was kind of meh.
Oh, totally.
I kept forgetting that
Even just his character
happened.
alone is like, blah.
I know. She really hates how Seth and Summer didn't resolve anything in this episode. And like Liz said last week, always forgets that they're only 18.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tish.
Thank you.
Jess at Mrs. Boquist. She says, Kirsten asked Julie if she thinks Frank has really changed. And Julie says yes. But how would she know?
How would she know? She never knew him from Adam, so...
She met him days ago and doesn't know the old Frank.
Totally.
So is this like a gut feeling she's getting? Does she see herself in him?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't see how she would know any of that yet.
She says she also totally forgot about Chris Brown was in a few episodes this season. I sort of feel bad for his character. He gets roped into helping Caitlin with the presentation assignment.
Yeah, but he spun it where she was a fool anyway, so.
Right. She finds the storyline between Seth and Summer extremely frustrating, but at the same time would expect nothing less from them.
Right.
And that's exactly how I feel too. There were parts that I laughed at, but also I'm frustrated. But also, like we said in After Dark last week, we don't know what else to give them.
You know, nothing. They don't get anything.
This is it.
This is it. Which is pathetic. It's sad.
Yeah. So when it comes to Julie, are you Team Bullet or are you Team Frank?
Oh, I'm not. Oh, God.
Is it a cop out if I'm like, I'm Team Julie?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm Team Julie. I want Julie to, like, be thriving and be her single, awesome self. But I guess, like, connection-wise, I guess I had to pick Frank.
Same.
Because Bullet and her, they have nothing in common. She doesn't even like him. She's not attracted to him. She doesn't want to be with him, even though she technically is. I mean, I don't know if they've ever really had that conversation where she's like, yeah, I am your girlfriend. She just keeps letting it go.
Yeah, just letting him think
that she is.
Right.
So I guess connection-wise, Frank.
Same. I'm going to put a poll out.
But like right now, down the line, who's to say? I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
I'll put a poll out and see how the people feel.
Yeah.
I put a poll out on Instagram of who people ship more. Ryan or Marissa, Ryan Taylor.
It was 50-50, right?
It's more for Ryan Taylor.
Oh, wow. Because last time I checked, it was 50-50. And I was like, oh, here we go.
And we had a couple of people comment like, oh my God, I love Ryan and Taylor. I'm so happy to see these results.
Oh, yay.
Nice. Thank you, Jess. Moving over to Mike Del_Vasto on Instagram. He says, even though Chris Brown might seem controversial now, at the time he was super excited to see him on the OC. This aired the same year his song Forever came out, and that song was fire.
The song was a good song, yeah.
Way before the term fire was used to describe things.
Yeah, right?
He's also sure his first album was the first CD he ever bought.
Oh, wow.
What was your first album?
It's hard to say. Randy and I just had this conversation,
Really?
actually, and I was like, but like with my own money, I don't know.
Oh, that's a totally...
Yeah.
So when I was young, like 9, I had a cassette player.
Yeah. Well, that I had.
And I had TLC.
Jock Jams was like on repeat. I rolled the tape so much my mom had to buy me a new one because, the tape came out of it.
And I would record songs from the radio.
radio.
At 9 o'clock, they play like the top 5 songs.
Yeah, top 5. BLI's top 5.
BLI's top 5.
Yep.
Yeah. And I had a pink and purple cassette player.
Good. Those days, I was going to say they're more simple, but really that's actually more
It was
challenging
really
now
difficult.
to do that. I mean, the kids these days would have no idea what to do.
No.
They'd be like, this is just asinine and backwards. It's so much easier now.
Mike continues with, he felt Caitlin had a good idea for her assignment, and he thinks he would have also started his assignment with a couple of woof woofs as well. But he'd bring a stuffed dog or a puppet and then say something along the lines of, since we don't speak dog, I'll translate. And then have the puppet whisper in his ear while he gave my presentation. And he goes, yeah, I was that nerd that everyone hated because I went above and beyond.
Yeah.
Which, Mike, clearly you go above and beyond every week with Scoop of the Week.
You really do. And it shows.
So we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
He gets Sandy is wanting to be protective of Ryan, given Frank's past, but he should still be open to Frank talking to Ryan.
I think so too. And I think that it's not that he wasn't.
I know.
He just was hesitant and knew that maybe he couldn't be trusted. And then he found out he really couldn't be trusted because he lied.
Right.
He was just hesitant.
Yeah. He thinks that Frank should have just told Ryan that he's just out of jail, he's trying to change for the better, and he would like to be in Ryan's life.
Right.
Which, I understand Sandy was kind of the delivery guy.
Yeah, and the way he delivered it, like I said before, maybe it was insensitive and Frank didn't really take that too well. Like, wait, what do you mean? Maybe it's you that's making it the issue. Maybe you're saying that Ryan doesn't want to see me when he does.
And tone is everything.
Yeah.
Delivery is everything.
And Sandy definitely wasn't warm and fuzzy when delivering that.
Definitely
I mean, why would he be? So
right. Ryan went through the same thing with Dawn last season when he didn't want to invite her to graduation, and when she saw the guy she was dating, when he saw the guy she was dating, he got apprehensive, but then found out that she was generally trying to have a better life.
Right. And she did turn it around.
So can change. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Alicia at AAW3115 felt that Seth and Summer marriage back and forth was funny this week. And it reminded her of season 3 when they were both trying to get into Brown and were trying to outdo the other.
Bless your heart.
In terms of their storyline, last week you guys discussed how their relationship was boring. She doesn't disagree, but what else can they do?
I know. I can't back it up with anything that I want them to do. I really can't.
So if you think it's their relationship or is it their storyline?
It's their storyline, because if their storyline was different, showing a different maybe aspect to the relationship, I'd be like, oh, their relationship isn't so boring. But I think it's just the way that the story progression is always the same.
Yeah.
So to me, their relationship on the surface looks boring, just from my perspective watching them for the last 3 years on the show. Nothing, as much as their drama, even the things with, him lying about the Brown, obviously that really bothered me.
The Atomic County stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. There was nothing, maybe because the drama on this show, as we've always said, is completely different than all the other shows we podcast about. And so I'm expecting there's this crazy, kiss in the rain moment, even though they did kind of have that with the Spider-Man thing.
did.
But that was epic.
Epic.
I'm looking for more moments like that, maybe.
Even when he's dancing with her in his bedroom and he's I'm falling for you. She's like, you're so cheesy. That was there's the beginning too.
Right, I know. But
it's really tough.
I miss those, maybe just a more romantic and not so silly moments.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion.
I mean, even when he was trying to defend her honor against Che, we were like, yes, Seth. The way Seth was in the beginning of this season, we liked him, and how he was there for Summer too.
Yes.
Anyway, we know. We're
with you.
Yeah. She likes seeing Ryan come to terms with his father and even overcoming the horrible lie he told, and she sees that it was an act of desperation to see his son.
Yeah, that's how I view it too.
Do you think Ryan would have seen Frank if he hadn't said he was dying? Do you think Ryan feels differently about his dad than he did his mom in season 1?
I guess he has to feel differently.
I think yes. I think, one, he's older.
Yeah, now he has more like the life perspective, and now he's a little bit closer with his mom. He has been in the Cohen's world for 3 years and knows what a good family is like.
He's had awful connection with his brother. His brother came back into his past and had to go. His best friend, girl he was in love with, died.
Yeah, he's had a hard year. And Sandy says that, like, he's been through a lot. He doesn't need to, like, add this to it. But also, I'm sure Ryan is curious. He did see his progression of his mother, like we just said before. So who's to say his father can't do the same? And just giving him that benefit of the doubt.
Right. And I think he's done some healing and the rage level is lower.
Yeah.
So, and it's not as fresh.
True.
Which Atwood do you think is the shittiest and why?
Oh, God. Well, it's hard to judge. I guess I have to say Frank, right?
I was going to say Trey.
You're going to say Trey?
Yeah.
I feel like they're one and the same, though. Like, the things they've done in their past, like, Frank has done a lot of shit. He used to beat his wife, possibly his children. He did a lot of B&Es and bad shit. And, like, Trey did those things, too. Also tried to rape someone, which I guess that's worse. Is it worse than physical abuse? Yeah. Because I don't know. They're equal in my head,
I think the hard thing, too, is if on this show, you know, we see Dawn progress.
Right.
We're alluding to Frank.
She just makes shitty decisions.
We don't ever see Trey.
Right. They just kind of gave up with
we
that.
didn't see Trey progress. So at this point,
maybe Trey is the worst.
It's like
on the show.
Frank is the worst. I mean, not
Trey.
Well, Trey. In my opinion, Trey.
No, I can agree with that. They're a very close second, though.
So why do you think Sandy had such a hard time with Frank and Kirsten didn't?
I guess, like I said before, I think Kirsten kind of like sympathized with him, understood his perspective a little bit more. Plus, this is like the male figure. If it was a woman, if it was Dawn, even though Kirsten never had that like reaction towards Dawn because Dawn was never, she wasn't around, but she wasn't like, you know, in jail or, she wasn't a shitty person.
Yeah.
Really to the core. So
maybe dangerous too.
Yeah. Frank's definitely dangerous.
Right.
So maybe Sandy just, like I said, he had his guard up. He wanted to protect his son. He wasn't having him, you know, hurt him any further than he's already been hurt.
That's how I feel too.
So I think Kirsten just like kind of understood it a little bit more.
You can see the sparks fly between Julie and Frank in this episode.
Yeah, you can.
Alicia says that he's still creepy to her.
Definitely.
But do you think Julie told Frank about Marissa and Ryan's relationship? To her, it's just weird to date your daughter's ex-father regardless. And do you think Julie would have fallen for him if Marissa was still alive?
Oh.
I think yes.
I think yes. She likes that type of person.
Yeah. And
I don't think she even thinks twice about it being Ryan's father, though.
And
because to me, it doesn't.
I don't
even think about him being his father.
And I also forget that it's the ex-boyfriend's
parent.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
I think regardless if she's into him, she's going to try to pursue that no matter what. If Marissa was alive, I still don't think it would make a difference. She'd just be like, come on, Mom, why do you have to date like my ex's dad? Or my partner's dad, whatever time it is, but
it'd be like a Lily and Rufy situation,
right? Like, come on, which they've done on.
I know that's what I'm saying,
right? So
she loves Ryan and Taylor in this episode, and Ryan does seem different. And why do you think the writers chose to do this? Do you think it was a conscious effort to make Ryan seem happy and smiley with Taylor?
Maybe. I mean, it is the final episodes of their show, their baby that they've worked so hard on and developed characters. And so I think they probably want to see a happy Ryan at this point. Like, they've given him so much crap. Just like Marissa, like, gave her so much crap. Like, they deserve to just, like, the actors deserve to smile for, like, a few episodes, you know? Like, they're probably so used to being so sad and so, like, defensive and, like, I think he probably is happy that he's happy.
And also, I mean, we watch to see characters evolve. And so when we've had this discussion with a couple of you guys have said that you feel that they didn't have Ryan grieve enough.
Right.
And then, but if he grieved for
maybe too long, would it made? Yeah, I know.
Did you not want to watch that?
Right.
Is it fun to see Ryan in a relationship where he's actually happy and smiling, and this person he's with is also evolving?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun for me.
It's fun.
So I'm sure it's fun for most, and especially if people kind of gravitate more towards Ryan and Taylor.
Right.
I think people just like kind of resonated with them. They liked it a little bit more. I know there's definitely people out there that don't like this whole thing with Taylor, and I understand that too, because it does feel like, all right, we're just forcing that.
We're replacing.
All right, replacement. But
yeah,
it's just lighter, and it's the smiley Ryan it's a nice Ryan.
It is a nice Ryan. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for sending your questions and comments this week.
Thank you.
Music in this episode, The Explorers Club, We've Got Hair by Tongue, M Craft, and The Long Winters. So for the smile counter, I had 5.
I had 4.
Okay. You looked. Look at you.
I did, because I purposely made a mental note like lists. Remember it this week. And again, they're like, do we count like the one scene that he smiles a lot? I just counted every time we flashed to Ryan and he has a smile.
Yeah.
So I did 4. It could be 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Maybe one more.
That's good. We're in the same realm, so that's good. Some fashion in this episode.
Black tea Ryan. It's my thing.
I loved some.
Really, Liam?
There's the gong.
He's looking like, what did I do?
Yeah. Liam. Summer's green robe and Seth's robe.
The plaid robe, yeah. I liked Caitlin's plaid dress.
So cute.
That was like so 2007. I totally wore that in high school. It's the year I graduated high school, so. Wow. Yeah, 2007.
Oh my gosh. I like Taylor's pigtails in the first scene with Summer.
Cute. Kirsten's white blouse with the brown belt.
So cute.
She looks so good.
Julie had this pair of gold earrings when she was at breakfast. Love those.
Caitlin's like white turtleneck dress. It was looked like kind of marbly black and white.
You're digging Caitlin's high school fashion. I like it. I'm a fan of this. For you. The last thing I have is Taylor's floral top.
I liked her curly hair.
Yes.
In the one scene with Ryan, she had like this black lacy top, but then the gray sweater over it. She looked good in that.
She sure did.
And that's all I have.
Quotes?
Why didn't you say something sooner? Denial.
So you're Ryan's father? Funny. I was going to say the same thing to you.
House trip, I ordered a bone dry cappuccino where I'm like, oh, Julie and Serena have the same coffee water? Remember that?
Oh my God, yes.
A bone dry cappuccino. It must be like either Stephanie or Josh's order, and they're like, that's the one I want to pick.
It has to be. Shalom Cohen.
I have that too. You're my family. What's important to me is you.
Yin and yang, baby.
You mean you don't want to lose her?
His Netflix queue must have been jam-packed.
Yeah,
which is so relevant to today.
Relevant. It's not about that. I mean, of course, he's going to like me.
I've always wanted to plan a wedding. I'm thinking bagpipes.
You're such a great mother-in-law.
Look, if you want to take him down, you'll have to kick it up a notch. It's called chutzpah.
Chutzpah. It's hard out there for a pimp.
You get caught lying about cancer, you're going to get punched. Mm-hmm. Those are the rules.
My dad is right here. Do you have a Taylorism?
I do.
Taylor.
Ah, that Taylor.
What is it?
My first real Ryan situation, everything has been all French husbands and slutty aliens.
Yeah. Kirsten's like, wait, what? Mine is...
You can already see that strong jawline, those piercing blue eyes that just stare right into your soul.
Jess had, I'm thinking bagpipes. Maybe a replica of the Starship Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. Cute.
MVP?
Yeah, I think I'm going to fuse.
I was pleasantly surprised this week with people who sent us their MVPs, how they are all different.
I'll take it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, Sailor. Sandy and Taylor.
Okay.
But Sandy, I mean, he is perfect. in this episode
He's my-
as a dad.
He's
you
my
know?
favorite in this episode.
Yeah, he was great. And I just loved the way that Taylor dealt with the Ryan situation. I loved how, like I said before, she was just like a more relaxed Taylor, understanding her situation, her surroundings, being like, okay, now it's your time for your family. I'm going to just be there for you. And they like made a milestone in their relationship. But Sandy, 100% too.
So
Great.
I thought it was like, to me, Sandy was like
The clear winner.
The clear?
Yeah.
Jess chose Julie
Oh,
for telling Kirsten the truth about Frank and about being a good resource to Summer.
okay.
Mike chose Kirsten.
I could see that.
And Mike was the one. So remember in the top of the show, I was talking about how...
The Frank situation and how.
Yeah. So there you are, Mike. I knew I had you in here somewhere. Someone wrote this. But he chose Kiki, and that maybe she feels guilty about how things went with Cal before he died and doesn't want Ryan to make that mistake.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's good options.
Definitely.
They're like all good players.
Yeah.
Shittiest?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1,
Seth
Frank.
Elmer.
Oh, okay. So Jess and I both chose Frank, which I thought was a clear, but
Yeah.
Seth Elmer-
I would have picked Frank, but, you know, the Seth Elmer stuff.
they were the shittiest, and
Just,
you're bored.
Just as not because I'm bored, it's just because I'm like, wow, if we needed to take it that step further where now it's like a game. We could have just like had the talk. I would have been happy if they're like, yeah, because now we're going into the next episode with this. I don't want to bring this into next week. Seth is saying, hey, I'm going to go see Neil next week. I don't want to do this again. I'm over it. So that's why they're my shittiest. But I understand the Frank.
I think also if this was wrapped up in this episode, fine.
Yeah. It would have been not that I wanted it to, but it would have been better. Would have been better.
Like Frank, we could have stretched 2
We could have
episodes.
stretched that more than the Seth Elmer
Seth
stuff.
Elmer, we could have kept to 1.
Yeah. Agree.
Why did we do
Agreed.
this? Maybe we'll look back and be like, oh,
I don't know.
probably not.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. Patron of the week?
Yeah, we could do Patron of the
Yay!
Week.
It's Patron of the week. It's Patron of the week. It's Patron of the week. Who will it be? It's Patron of the week.
So we, this week, have a brand new patron to the network.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Her name is Ashley. She said she's a long-time listener, but a first-time pledge. And we wanted to say welcome to the family. She sent us this long email. I will not read it, but it's just so sweet how she had the One Tree Hill journey. Now she's on the OC journey, and eventually she'll do the 3 Gossip Girls journey. And she's like, I can't wait to listen to Riverpod. Like, she's all invested.
Gosh,
so I said, you're A+, Ash.
Oh, I love it. Welcome, Ash.
Welcome.
We're so glad to have
Send
you.
us your birthday.
Yes, please do.
Okay, yay.
Are you ready?
This is my favorite part.
Okay. Here is your haiku for season 4, episode 10, The French Connection.
Oh, yes.
A blast from the past leaves a questioning Ryan. Season for peaches.
Season for beaches. This is a Taylor and Ryan heavy episode because French connection. Henri Michel is French. She's got that ex-husband. We could have just left it alone where we didn't go back to that, but we are going back to that. So we're having a focused episode on him. From what I remember, he's not up to good shit. So that's a very light prediction with that, but I'm assuming that Ryan's just not going to take to him well. They have a history. Ryan is now dating Taylor. It's going to be some jealousy. Shots are going to be fired. Henri Michel is going to probably want to get Taylor back because they have this like feisty, fiery relationship, very passionate, sexual relationship, which she seems to have with all of her partners. So
She's a sexual being.
she's a very sexual being, and I love her so very much.
Yeah.
Seth Elmer, good. Why do we have to bring this into next episode? Obviously, I know we're not going to see Neil again in this episode. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't remember how. This is not going to progress further than this episode for now. Like, they're not going to get married. It's not going to happen now. So why do we have to do this? But we're going to still keep talking about this, which is going to piss me off because that's what they're going to do. I just know it because Seth said, like, it's not done. I know it's going into the next episode. Assuming, I don't know if Frank will be 100% back next week. I know he's technically not on the island or anything, so maybe we'll just talk about the fact that Frank has been here, or maybe Julie has been talking to him on the phone, or maybe she will meet up with him. I just figure that is probably just a lot of Taylor and Ryan, and we won't really see like a lot of other people.
It is a heavy episode.
Yeah,
for
I
them.
could just assume.
What about the Bullet? Are we going to see the Bullet?
Oh,
we
yeah,
see
the
Chris
Bullet.
Brown again.
Yeah, I think Chris Brown is probably on another 2, maybe.
Okay.
That's my light prediction
Okay.
from what I remember, because I remember thinking that storyline was just not necessary for the progression of the show. I feel like we could have done something else with Caitlyn. But the Bullet, maybe the Frank and Bullet, they discussed maybe, I don't know, does Frank know that the Bullet like loves Julie? Because I don't think he would.
I think he does.
You think he does? Oh yeah, he does say it's my girlfriend.
My girlfriend's books.
I know clearly to Frank, she doesn't have any feelings towards the Bullet, so I guess that's why he felt like he could step in there. But it's not be good for friendship.
It's not good for friendship.
No.
I mean, he's giving you a job. You decide to take it with ulterior motives to get closer to Cohen's and your son.
What are the chances of that, though? What are the
he said
chances
he looked
of that?
it up.
I guess.
Like Newport. I knew Ryan was with a family in Newport.
And so he's like, Bullet, you got
I'll
anything
take
for me
this
here?
job.
Yeah.
How convenient. That worked out.
Right. Well, the Bullet. Bang.
Bang. And the Bullet and Caitlyn.
Yes, I know that's coming. And more so. So
relationship.
I guess maybe there's this like kind of competition of, not yet, but at least down the line of like, no, Bullet is right for you, no, Frank's right for you, which I can predict.
Yes. Well, that's all we have for this week for the My Two Dads. Thank you to everyone who sent in your questions and comments and voice memos.
So fun.
Thank you for listening. If you are an Apple Podcast user, please consider leaving us a review. And I don't know if me being annoying every week sparked our
We had a ton,
new reviews, which I'm going to read. This one is from Tin the 303. 5 stars.
5 stars, yes.
This podcast has been like a soothing bowl of chicken soup, especially this year amid all the craziness.
Aww.
The ladies and Anthony and other gentlemen bring a fresh perspective and thoughts I, for years, have expressed to families and friends. This show has brought me back to Newport and made me want to break out the choker and blast Death Cab at high volume.
Yes.
Thank you so much, IT3 crew, for taking us all back to where it started from.
Oh, can I give you a hug?
Heart, Tommy.
Tommy,
Thank
where
you,
are you?
Tommy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
Another review we got. Yay! I'm making Les giggle. This review is from Jazzy2822. Thoroughly enjoying this. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. 5 stars. I started with Tree Hill Talk and moved on to my personal fave, the OC Talk. Can't wait to listen to 3 Gossip Girls. Enjoy the witty banter between these ladies and the kitties meow.
Aw, so
you
sweet,
so much.
Jazzy.
And then we have another one.
This is ridiculous already.
Wow. Seth Cohen Forever.
Forever.
5 stars from Kate Cam in Australia.
Wow.
Just stumbled upon this podcast after finishing the OC and I'm falling in love with it. So glad I get to relive all the episodes through the podcast and I'm always laughing while listening.
Nice.
I only just started listening up to season 1, episode 8 after 2 days.
Wow.
But I can't wait to listen to all the episodes. I laugh every time you say that Seth was your fave when you were younger, because as a 17-year-old, I can confirm he's my absolute favorite.
Wow.
I can't wait to listen to your other podcasts because I love One Tree Hill and Gossip Girl too.
Yes!
Thanks for making this amazing podcast and making my day a little bit better. I shall see if you read my review soon after I binge listen to all these episodes to get up to date. Lots of love from Australia. Hashtag Puka. Hashtag Cowood. Hashtag China has alopecia. Hashtag Seth Cohen forever.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wow, thank you to everyone. That was like unexpected.
Is it
this
Chrismica
week.
again?
It is Chrismica. It's a continuation of Chrismica.
It sure is. Thank you so much. And we just want to wish a very happy birthday to our patron, William.
Yes, happy birthday.
His birthday is on the 12th, so we hope you have a fantastic day. If you'd like to be a part of the show and send us any questions or comments or thoughts or insights, we love to hear them all. You can reach us on our social media platforms at Let's Talk OC. Everywhere you can send us an email, letstalkoc@gmail.com. If you'd like to see what our network and Patreon is all about, we have a really fun community over there. It's at ittakes3network.com. We have a birthday club. We have behind the scenes. Episodes go up a day earlier, ad-free. All good things are happening over there. And we'll be back next week for episode 10, The French Connection.
Wow.
After dark. Let's talk OC.
After Dark.
Episode 10. 6 more.
No.
I know. That's
my
like a month and 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like where we are. The show is ending in a month and 2 weeks.
Right.
Duh, Michelle. I can't believe I just said that.
This is After Dark. We can say whatever we want here.
Oh my goodness.
We're recording super early earlier in the day that we normally do, and on a different day. So we're kind of like all thrown together here.
I know, we never record Mondays anymore.
No, we don't.
And the fact that it's almost 6.
It's not even, it's be the time that I wouldn't even be at your house yet.
I know. And so I got off straight from work, recorded.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I felt good about it, but perhaps I'm a little jumbled. I think also I'm just hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry too. I know. Yeah. I was like, let's get it done before dinner, and then we can part ways and eat.
Part ways.
Yeah. For those of you who are patrons and know, I am moving literally tomorrow.
Yay!
Yeah. So, I was like, Michelle, we got to do a different day. I picked September 1st. You know, like everyone's moving on the 1st generally.
Yeah, of course.
So we picked Monday, and I was like, yeah, we're going to get done early. And now we're both like kind of
I know, we're
weird.
frazzled.
Yeah.
From like, I'm sure you're doing work. I was working all day.
Yeah.
Okay, but After Dark.
After Dark.
Do you remember the peaches? Like, do you understand
Oh my God, I didn't even like
that whole...
Does it have to do with Taylor and like the peach tart kind of thing?
Season for Peaches is the book, the erotic novel
Oh
that
my
he
God.
writes.
And it's about Taylor.
Yeah.
And it's like her supple peaches.
Yes.
I love it. Oh my God, it totally just brought me completely back to that. And then so funny because she does talk about about peaches though beforehand. Peaches, yeah. So, oh my God, yeah. I didn't even predict that in the episode, but that is coming.
I know. It's
coming. He wrote it. She's trying to...
He's in the U.S. for a book tour. Well, his book is in the bookshop. And everybody's obsessed with it. People are reading
and then
it.
she reads it and she's like, oh shit, this is about me.
This is about me. And he comes to be... I forgot. He does come... He makes an appearance on a TV show.
Oh.
But I don't know if... I guess it does take place here or she makes him come here. I'm not sure of the details with that. But
makes sense.
The book is coming and it's very funny.
Oh my God. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for a good chuckle.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You know?
Yes. But also it makes Ryan feel inadequate with some things. He's not as cultured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So some After Dark. We have Mike. It makes sense that Trey is on the island, but I really wish Dawn came back.
Yeah.
And have a scene with Ryan getting off the phone with her and saying Frank is out of jail in Newport. It would have just been nice to see a scene with them.
It's good to get the confirmation because I didn't assume that she would come back.
Right.
But in the previously on, they do show her. Like referencing, your dad is on a nice
like
guy,
tie
whatever.
in the family aspect of it.
Yeah.
I know. Tish says, I know next week is the decline of Ryan and Taylor, but I actually forgot what happens.
Oh.
I really can't remember how long they draw this out for Seth and Summer's storyline either.
No one can remember.
Yeah. And then we have a voice memo this week.
I'm so amped for this.
From at B-Side Poetry, Christina.
But I'm listening to you guys talk about how in the Chrismica, all like the comments about Luke's dad and why the Lukes would be talking about, making gay jokes when their dad is gay. But remember, nobody found out that Luke's dad was gay until after the Tijuana incident. And if Ryan was never there with Luke, late after wherever they were. I can't remember this that far behind right now. You know, in the dealership to catch his dad kissing that other man. You know, nobody knew. So in Alt World, I assume that, you know, nobody ever found out that his dad was gay and he was still living a lie. So not that it excuses any of the gay jokes that are really rampant in season 4, but that's just my take on why, you know, it was less tolerant in the Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
we talked about that too.
Talk about that. How, yeah, I guess Ryan, him not being there would not really allow people to have seen that secret come out. So,
yeah,
makes sense.
Totally. At Lexi Silverberg blogs.
Oh.
She sent us her top 5 and bottom 5, which I am going to read.
Oh, nice.
She just got to the episode where we're discussing that, so I'm going to just start sprinkling them in.
Yeah,
after dark.
That's good.
That's what I've decided. But she says we need to discuss how all the characters were actually 15 when Ryan arrived.
Oh my goodness!
He turned 18 senior year, and his birthday is in March, which means he was 15 to be a sophomore when he arrived in Newport. Just saying.
Yeah, continuity.
It's like a little fudged there.
Yeah.
So here is Lexi's top 5, bottom honorable mentions, and then the love to hate section.
Oh, nice.
Which I love a list and a section. Mm-hmm. Top 5, Ryan. I'm still salty that he didn't pull over.
Oh, okay.
Marissa, Ryan and Marissa endgame. Seth, Summer, and Sandy. She put some notes next to some, so that's why I read that.
Okay.
Top honorable mentions. Kirsten, Taylor, Julie, Anna, Luke.
Wow.
I have to say, I'm like really loving her list.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom 5, Johnny. Lindsay. Lindsay and Sadie can date and leave. Ryan to Marissa. Rebecca, Volchuk, Sadie, can't stand her. Bye.
Wow.
Bottom 5.
Honorable mentions.
Bottom honorable mentions. Caitlin, Rachel, Teresa, Caleb, Trey. How could I forget about him? Sorry, Che. Because like she originally has a Che. And then she loves to hate Oliver.
Yeah.
Same.
We love to hate Oliver.
I like the format of this list, and I think we should
adapt that.
The top 5, top honorable mentions, bottom 5, which mine, just going off of this, is looking very similar.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lexi.
Yeah, thank you.
So glad you're listening and you're with us, and you sent us your top 5. So I know some of you have sent your top 5 and bottom 5, so I will start sprinkling them in. I'm going to go through, and we'll get a couple in during After Dark.
Yeah. Fun.
That was so deadpan. I'm like, Liz just left the building. Mentally, she's like, yeah, cool. Done.
Oh my God. No, I mean, you should do that because then it's accumulation of like a lot at one time, you know?
Right. All right, Lissy.
That's all
you got for After Dark this week?
Wow. It's episode 10 already. Do we mean the decline of Ryan and Taylor, like the decline, that's it? Like they like break up?
No, it's just there's some hardships.
Okay, yeah. I could assume that. I would be kind of pissed if like all of a sudden now like in this random episode they break up. But I know like there's no confirmation that was there confirmation that they ever broke up before the finale? Do they actually break up?
I don't know.
Right? It's hard to say.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not actually going to look it up either.
Okay, no, don't do it because it will be more fun
it's
this
more
way.
fun. And every episode I watch, I'm like, wow, I just forgot this happened so quickly. Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised. Again, Frank and Ryan, like I knew that Sandy scene. Remember, I was like, did I dream this? Sandy and Ryan have a cute moment. I hope I'm not making this up. I know Frank lied about cancer.
Yeah. No, you did. You knew it in your heart. You're just like, I'm not really sure, but I think I watched it. I think I'm not making it up.
In my heart of hearts, it's there.
But you were right. Yeah. Because it would make sense that he would fake something like that.
And also, like, I didn't remember any hospital things and him dying as we go forward.
Right, yeah.
And him and Julie have a kid, so...
Right. So the fact that he would still be alive.
Right.
Hopefully.
I wonder if the writers knew that Seth and Summer were always endgame.
From like season 1?
Yeah.
Probably,
right?
I bet that they, Rachel and Adam, though. They broke up before 4, right? Or they broke up after the show?
No, they broke up, I think, either before 4 or during 4.
Okay. So I wonder if that, I guess it obviously didn't change their minds about how the progression was going to go.
I'm always so enamored how people can work together
After being broken up like that.
and still be a couple.
And still be a couple, pretending to be a couple and pretend like to kiss each other. It must be so difficult unless that's like you're doing a job, right? Like any job, you're like, okay, just do it. It's not even like I think about it. I just do it. And so maybe that's how they kind of had to go into it each episode.
I'm playing a character.
You're playing a character. I have to pretend to like you or love you, even though at one point I did.
Right.
So it's like, you don't know like exactly what happened there, even though we had some tea spilled from that one podcast. But you know, you don't really know what happened.
I know.
So it's always interesting to me. It happens a lot on shows. Co-stars, they date all the time and break up.
Yeah.
So might be a little awkward.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, because I love getting the emojis.
Yeah, they're fun.
Send us. What would you like?
Can you do the 2 dads?
Yes. Send a Sandy emoji. And
no, there's the
dads.
Actual 2 dads.
You're right.
There's the 2 dads.
I was literally thinking like a dark
a dark-haired man and a like lighter haired man. No, but there's an actual 2 dads emoji.
2 dads.
So send that.
They have it. Send the 2 dads emoji.
It's fun. My 2 dads. My 2 dads. It just cracks me up.
We'll be back next week. Bye.